take a good look at that. What does it look like to you? Does it look like it's a $5 million box? But it is. Box of hockey cards. A family in Saskatchewan. We've been talking about this all morning. We were talking about it when it originally broke. A family in Saskatchewan that had this box in their attic ended up putting it up on the auction block, and it sold, as we've been telling you this morning, for about $5 million. A huge sum. Why? Because you have to think back to the time when the great one was just another rookie and nobody knew what would happen with 99. But in that case, oh boy, is there history. Jason Simons is with me. He's the consignment director and sports card specialist for Heritage Auctions. That is the auction house that sold the cards up until this weekend. The company's based in Dallas. He's in New York with us this morning, and welcome to our program. So happy to meet you, Jason.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we as a show are really caught up in this story, and I dare say people in Canada are caught up in it too. Are you as well? Is it as cool to you as it seems to us?
It's incredible. You don't see finds like this. No one knew that this was out there. No one knew that this even still existed. A 1979 O-Pee-Chee hockey case that's been untouched for all these years. It's incredible.
It's a unicorn, and there it is, and it ends up with you. How did this happen? Did they reach out to you, Jason, or how did it all become involved? That you become involved?
So we had been in contact with this family for a little bit of time, but they didn't know that they had this. So the son has been helping his father clear out his house, and they knew that they had a pretty large collection of sports cards, but they didn't know quite to the extent that of what they had. So what happened was, as they were clearing this one back room, they were getting further and further into boxes, and eventually they discovered this, and they just had no clue that this was still there, unopened all these years.
And it was there, and they saw 1980 on the side, because we're seeing it as it flips around. They didn't realize it was 7980. Yep. And 7980 means how many could there be? How many Gretzkys could there be in there?
So inside this case, there are 16 boxes, and in each box are 48 packs, and it comes out to a little over 10,000 cards. So you should get somewhere between 25 and 30 Wayne Gretzky rookie cards here.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so you put it up for auction. How much did you think it was going to go for?
You know, so we had a pre-auction estimate of $2 million, that's USD, and I was hoping it'd be closer to 3, and in America, it sold here on Sunday morning, early bidding, it ended at 3.72 million USD.
Blowing through your expectations. How was the bidding to get to that final price? Was it fast and furious, lots of bidders? How did it go?
So the end was pretty ferocious. It was between two gentlemen who brought it up several $100,000 at the very end. Our bidding opened at 11 p.m. and it went on through into 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Sorry.
1 a.m. and it was, as I understand it, an American versus a Canadian at the end.
Yeah.
Classic
yes, it was.
hockey battle.
Yes, very much so. And the Canadian ended up victorious here. So this case, I can say, is going back home to Canada.
Isn't that fantastic? Okay, here's the thing for us, because you know in the news business, we want to talk to the players. But the family that's selling it or sold it, staying anonymous, right? Can you tell us anything about their reaction when they found out how much it actually went for, Jason?
Yes, so we had been in close communication that entire night, and it was a celebration for them. They actually were having a little bit of a party at their house. They had a couple of close friends over, and there were certainly some drinks to be had. And as the bidding was creeping up more and more and more and more, we were all celebrating. It was really quite a night.
Right through until 1 o'clock in the morning, so early on Sunday when they got the final price, more than 5 million Canadian. Incredible. The buyer also wishes to remain anonymous. Rats. So what if I guess, like if I guess it, what if it's Gretzky himself buying back his rookies, Jason?
It could be.
You can't tell me?
I cannot tell you.
Justin Bieber's a big hockey fan. Michael Bublé is a big hockey fan. Maybe it's Connor McDavid trying to get those Gretzky rookies. You're not going to get
maybe you'll see it on Instagram eventually.
All right. Okay, so what was the reaction when they found out that they'd won this coveted box?
You know, I haven't spoken to him yet.
Okay.
I do know the underbidder was quite disappointed that he did not get it, and he was quite frustrated.
I bet, when he was in that much. So what is the strategy then? Do you open the case, because it's all closed still, don't even really know how many there are or what are in these boxes within the outer box? What is the best way in terms of sale for the greatest value?
So that's the $5 million question. Is this going to be opened? And frankly, I don't know. It could end up being a really fun night at this guy's house in a few weeks, and he opens up all the boxes. But I would personally suggest keep it as is, because it certainly has more value as a full case than potentially as the individual cards.
Okay, and the mystery value has to be high too. Just what could it contain? That's all of that. So this has been so much fun to talk about this. The family also has baseball cards. Can you tell me about this mother lode that they have?
Yes. So take out this Wayne Gretzky case, and it's still one of the most significant discoveries of Canadian cards we've ever had. There were several cases of baseball cards spanning from the mid-70s into the early 80s. They don't quite have the $5 million value of this Gretzky case, but some of them are in the six figures. So this family, there's a lot more material that we are going through and that we are planning to sell in the coming months.
You get that too. Amazing. I'll be looking forward to talking to you again. As I've been saying this morning, the moral of the story is go through that basement, go through that attic, go through that back closet. You never know if you've been a collector. It's so much fun. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Really appreciate talking to you this morning.